Hello and welcome to my Hypnotize guide for Bioshock 2. So Hypnotize is essentially a stronger form of Enrage from the first game. So Enrage in the first game just made it so enemies would attack other enemies, and if there were no other enemies, they would attack you. Generally speaking, it was like an okay plasmid. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad either. In this game, the tier 1, or the basic attack, will enrage an enemy, so it basically is enrage for all intents and purposes. The tier 2 will let you charge it and throw it, allowing you to befriend allies, like to befriend enemies and make them your allies. So you can see this is a befriended splicer. Tier 3 will make the befriend last even longer and allow you to hypnotize big daddies and little sisters. So you can get up to 5 minutes of an ally with the tier 3 and up to 3 minutes with the tier 2. Tier 1 just enrages. I'm not sure how long it enrages. I would probably say like a minute or two. It might be 3 minutes, but it's probably at least 1 minute. Tier 1 isn't the best, but tier 2 is quite strong, so you get an ally with you. This is useful for gathering sessions. This is useful for boss fights, big daddy fights, big sister fights. I mean, this is like a complete ally for a long period of time. You can get alpha series, you can get big daddy allies. Also note, if you attack them once, they're hostile, but you can charge it back up, and now they're your friend again. So if you do accidentally attack them, you can re-befriend them, which is nice, unlike in the first game. Like if you hypnotize Big Daddy to Big Daddy and then hit it once, it would always be hostile even if you re-hypnotized it. So note that. So we have an ally, we're just going to kind of run around. So how good is this ability? This is actually one of the better abilities. Being able to have an ally, especially like an Alpha Series or a Big Daddy for 5 minutes is easily S tier. You can have a Big Sister as an ally too, which is insane. So I don't even know what to say. Like, that's crazy. That's actually really strong. This with the security bullseye, which lets you get a summonable turret, is just absolutely nuts. You can just have like turrets following you. You can have like a Big Sister, an Alpha Series following you, or a Big Daddy. The game would basically play itself at this point, so this is definitely an S tier ability for sure. I highly recommend it. It's great for all difficulties. It's great for drill specialist builds. The reason it's good for drill specialist builds is because it can get you access to any enemy, so like you just constantly have something shooting things for you. So the big downside of drill specialists is you can't use guns, but you can use like plasmids for cheap, and being able to hypnotize things for cheap is insane. So yeah, this is definitely a great ability. Highly recommend running it. But yeah, that's the end of my Hypnotize guide. I guess well, actually, hold on. I'll quickly go over some notes. Certain things are better than others to have. It's always better to have like an Alpha Series, a Big Daddy, or a Big Sister. Splicers with guns are usually good. Houdini splicers kind of suck. Spider splicers are okay. Pretty much any splicer that's a threat to you is a threat to an enemy. So anything that's tanky, anything that does good damage, those are all good. So yeah, just don't befriend Houdini splicers. They basically trash. They just kind of teleport around a lot and they don't do that much damage. But yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in the next one.